Donc, ben, je ne sais pas si vous connaissez déjà le magasin, c'est un des meilleurs magasins d'huile d'olive à Moncton, où on trouve vraiment une diversité d'huiles qui sont assez prononcées, hein. Ça vient d'un petit peu partout dans le monde. Euh, donc, on va travailler ce soir sur des plats très simples, rapides, pas chers, avec de l'huile d'olive, autant salée que sucrée. Là, ce soir, je vous ai prévu deux plats sucrés. Si vous comprenez pas mon français, vous me le dites, hein. Vous levez la main, je parle en anglais, en arabe, en chinois, comme vous voulez. Pas de problème. Donc, on va faire dans un premier temps une panisse. Donc, la panisse, c'est une espèce de French fries qu'on a dans le sud de la France, qui est fait avec de la farine de pois chiche, chickpeas flour. Et donc, on va faire cuire ça, on va le laisser prendre un petit peu au réfrigérateur ou au fridge pendant un petit moment. Et puis après, on va découper ça et on va la faire frire à l'huile d'olive. Et vous mettez ça avec des dips, avec une petite sauce et tout, c'est super bon. En plus, la farine de pois chiche, ça coûte vraiment pas cher, c'est très vite fait. Vous pouvez la faire à l'avance, la surgeler, mettre des épices, des herbes, enfin. Là, je vais vous donner des bases. Après, vous allez jouer avec. La cuisine, c'est ça, c'est jouer avec les choses. Ensuite, on va faire une mousse au chocolat, à l'avocat et à l'huile d'olive. Donc, on va prendre l'huile d'olive qui est un petit peu plus sucrée, j'irai pas jusqu'à sucrée, mais moins amère que les autres. Hein, on va prendre la Coratina qui vient d'Australie. Donc, c'est une huile qui est assez douce, qui se marie très bien avec les desserts. Et puis, on va faire une salade de fruits. Mais comme on dit salade, on va dire vinaigrette. Donc, on va faire une vinaigrette avec de l'huile d'olive, du vinaigre balsamique. Donc, un vinaigre balsamique qui a été mariné avec des petites framboises. Donc, et puis une huile d'olive qui vient d'Espagne. Donc, qui, pareil, est assez douce, qui se marie très bien avec le chocolat. Vous pourrez, on va en parler plus tard, remplacer le beurre que vous mettez dans vos brownies ou dans vos gâteaux au chocolat par de l'huile d'olive, parce que le chocolat et l'huile d'olive, ça se marie super bien. Je vois que vous me faites les gros yeux, mais vous allez voir, ça va aller mieux tout à l'heure. Donc, on va commencer par les panisses. Donc, le panis, c'est très simple, c'est de l'eau, de l'huile d'olive et de la farine de pois chiche. Donc, on va peser 1 litre d'eau dans une casserole qu'on va mettre à chauffer. Hop, et voilà. 1 litre, c'est 1 kilo, donc ça va aller assez vite. Pendant ce temps, on va préparer la mousse au chocolat. Donc pour la mousse au chocolat, on va prendre des avocats qui sont un petit peu surmaturés. Vous allez trouver pas trop cher. Allez-y, bonsoir. Des avocats qui sont un petit peu surmaturés, qu'en général on ne mangerait pas en salade ou quoi, mais au lieu de les mettre à la poubelle, ben, on va les utiliser pour faire une mousse au chocolat. Donc je vais mixer mes avocats, mon chocolat, je vais le mettre à fond. Donc je vais mettre à peu près 100 grammes de chocolat. Donc le chocolat, prenez toujours un chocolat de qualité. N'utilisez pas les chocolats bas de gamme. Là, je vais vous faire passer un petit peu ce que j'ai comme chocolat. C'est un chocolat qui, la marque s'appelle Calbo, Calbo Barry. C'est un chocolat belge qui est très prononcé en cacao, avec pas trop d'arômes artificiels, enfin pas du tout d'arômes artificiels et de choses comme ça. Donc c'est vraiment un chocolat de qualité. Vous le trouvez, moi je travaille toujours, comme ici à Liquid Gold, toujours avec des producteurs ou des gens locaux. You speak French, English? Okay, I can switch in English if no, that's okay for everybody. I'm going to switch. That's okay. So first, before you came, I start with the panis. Panis, it's a kind of French fries made with chickpeas flour. and we just put some water to boil, and after we're going to mix with chickpeas flour and olive oil, and after when it's going to be cold, we just cut that in small like French fries, and we're going to like saute with olive oil. So we're going to do another dessert. It's a chocolate mousse with avocado and olive oil. So avocado, we're going to take some ripped avocado to do that with chocolate. So I'm just start to tell them that the chocolate is very important. Don't take cheap chocolate or stuff like this. Use chocolate with real cocoa butter, avec du vrai beurre de cacao, avec du vrai cacao with real cocoa. So I use, you can find that everywhere. You have two brands. It's Callebaut Barry, Callebaut. Comment tu dis tirer? Icon. Barry, B-A-R-R-I. Why? Ok. C'est juste pour voir si tu suis. And the other brand, it's Valrhona, 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 Vallée du Rhône. En fait, c'est les deux brands connus dans le monde entier dont se servent les grands chefs pour faire leur chocolat, leur gâteau au chocolat, leurs choses comme ça. Et the two brands, the big, great chef, famous chef in the world use for their chocolate crepes in the world. So this one, it's a Callebaut. I can take that, and you have different percentage of chocolate, and you find that at Adorable Chocolate in Shediac. You know the greenhouse after the Drug-Mart. They make chocolate and stuff like this, and they sell the chocolate to the pound or kilo as you want, and they have different percentage of chocolate, so you can play with your favorite chocolate. There is people they like very dark, very cocoa chocolate, and there is people they prefer white or milk chocolate, so they can sell that. So we're going to put the chocolate in the scale. So 100 grams of chocolate like this. I'm just going to melt. So this, it's a machine, it's warm, it's heat, a mix. You can make ice cream, a lot of, I'm going to speak about this after, but you melt the chocolate first. And we're going to put olive oil with, on va mettre de l'huile d'olive avec, parce que en général, quand on vous dit faire fondre du chocolat, in generally when people say to you you have to melt the chocolate, on vous dit you have to go on a bain-marie or on water and do melt the chocolate and stuff like this, but I'm a lazy boy. And I'm sure you're going to be with me. If I have to melt chocolate with butter for brownies or with oil like this, I'm going to warm it with oil or butter. Because you put your butter or your oil little warm, like 50 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius maximum for chocolat, maximum for chocolate, and it's going to melt your chocolate very easy. And you just have after to whip a little, not whip too much because you don't have to put too much air in, but just a little like this, and it's melt your chocolate. You don't have to wash a lot of dishes, just one. You start, you melt your butter, you heat your oil, and you melt your chocolate in. That's it. Donc, on va prendre le coratinage. Ok, c'est bon. Voilà. So, I'm going to pass around all the oil I'm going to use. Oh. We have some steam, yeah. So why we are here is just to show you what the difference between two olive oils. Because the difference, it's like chocolate, it's like flour, or it's like meat, or everything. Hein, c'est comme tout. Il y a une grosse différence entre chaque huile d'olive. Il y en a qui sont plus ou moins amères, plus ou moins sucrées, plus ou moins acides, qui proviennent de terroirs différents. C'est comme le vin. It's like the wine. It's come from different country, different ground, and you're going to smell and to taste. I want you to test that. There is some bread here. If you want to come in front, that's okay. Test the olive oil, and after you're going to imagine new recipe just with the taste. Because there is this one, it's maybe more for dessert, more sweet, less bitter. Yeah, you can go ahead. It's bread with sourdough and flaxseed from the German bakery in Dieppe. So it's with organic flour. I don't make the... Je fais pas la publicité pour tout le monde, mais je fais la publicité pour les gens que j'aime bien, qui font un bon job comme ici. I just make the advertise for people I like to work with, and they make good product. So I'm just going to put some olive oil, 50 grams, just to help to melt the chocolate. So as you can see, it's very a lot of flavor. You smell, you have all the flavor in your nose. It's awesome. I love this kind of olive oil and this kind of product. So we're just going to melt that very slow, not hot, that 60 or 50 degrees, just to melt. That's it. After, we're going to use that. Maybe you don't have that in your house. It's a whipped cream siphon. But you can do that if you have a KitchenAid or Thermomix or whatever. You can just whip your cream at the end with that. Because when you whip the cream, like whipping cream or with chocolate or olive oil, the thing is, just a minute. The thing is to whip something like white eggs or egg yolk or whipping cream. There is something to catch the bubble of air. Here, it's the grease. Chocolate, it's grease. Avocado, it's grease. And olive oil, it's grease too. So when you start to whip and to make a slow movement, you don't have to whip very fast. I'm going to explain why. Just the grease, molecule of grease, going to catch the bubble of air. And when there is a lot of molecule of grease catch a bubble of air, makes more volume. And it's the same with white eggs, it's a protein who catch the bubble of air. So, donc c'est en fait les petites molécules de graisse ou les molécules, dans le cas du blanc d'œuf, de protéines, qui vont attraper une bulle d'air. Et plus, en fait, il y aura de molécules de graisse ou de protéines qui auront attrapé une bulle d'air, plus vous aurez de volume. C'est pas plus compliqué que ça. Donc ici, on utilise beaucoup de graisse, du chocolat, l'avocat, l'huile d'olive, Et donc, toutes ces molécules vont attraper l'air au travers de ça. Because this, we're going to put some cartridge of it's nitrous protoxide, du protoxyde d'azote. So it's azote. It's like you are in the air. Don't do it too much because it's the gas hilarant, laughing gas. You know laughing gas when you put laughing gas, yeah. So it's the same. So if you want to have a trip like this, you can pull the bottle and whatever. I'm not here for that. So it's instead of whipping with a whip like KitchenAid or Thermomix, we're going to whip with that. It's the same way. The same. So I'm just going to melt that. Here in my water, it starts to boil, so I'm going to put 300 grams of chickpea flour. Je vais mettre 300 grammes de farine de pois chiche. Donc 300 grammes, c'est une cup. Hein? 300 grams, it's like a cup. Little more. We're going to see. One liter, yeah. But But in cooking, nothing is mathematical. So it's going to depend of the flour, how it's going to absorb the water. So I start with 300 grams, but maybe we need more, or maybe we need less, we need to put more water in. So I'm just going to whip that and cook that as, do you ever make some polenta? Huh? It's the same way. You make some polenta, you make some, so you can use milk or chicken bouillon or veggie bouillon. If you have any question, let me know. If you don't understand my very good English, let me know. My very good bad French, let me know. So I think I have to put more flour in the water. And I'm going to try the barnia. The barnia is olive oil. The barnia is the olive oil I put in the chickpeas. So I'm going to use that in the dough and after to fry the fries. So I'm going to test. It's good. Yeah, you can come if you want. You can come near me. Yeah, literally. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's going to, ça va épaissir un petit peu là ma préparation avec les pois chiches et l'eau. Je vais mettre de l'huile d'olive tout de suite dessus. Vous pouvez venir, hein, je mords pas. J'ai des grands couteaux, mais je les utilise pas pour tous les temps. Donc, en fait, l'huile d'olive, the olive oil, it's just come to give the taste. Because chickpeas, it's chickpeas, that's it. Water. And just, I use olive oil like a spice. It gives you some taste. So you can see the water is boiling before, and now I just turn, and ça va épaissir en fait. It's going to put everything together, and we're going to put in a dish like this, just after to make some fries, not too thin, not too big, like you want, or you can make in small muffin form or whatever. And after, at the end, when it's cold, we're going to fry that. That's it. And you serve that with salt, pepper, or anything dip. And during this time, we're going to make the salad of pitaya. So this, it's pitaya, it's dragon fruit, pitaya. So you just take the meat, the white and the black parts off. You cut or you just melt like this with a fork. This, it's a Japanese pear. C'est une poire japonaise. Donc ça goûte un peu la poire. Ça a la forme d'une pomme, ça goûte la poire. It's the same form of a apple, but it tastes the pear. Lime juice, because it's very aggressive in your mouth, and I love to put just a little just to aggress your mouth when you start to eat. And some orange, and we're going to use the Spanish olive oil, Abequina. So after a while, you're going to try that. I don't want you have too much flavor in your mouth. Take some bread just to make the test.
Is water also nice and calories?
And yeah, and with that, we're going to put some raspberry and mango in and make a kind of salad, salad de fruits, fruit salad. But after you can put some ice cream, whipped cream, cake, or tea biscuit, or whatever with, but with olive oil and balsamic vinegar. I want to start to use balsamic and olive oil in your dessert because it's so good. So as you can see, the chickpeas flour and the water and everything start to be all together, and we're going to cold that in the dish. we're going to put some salt. So all the time, I'm going to pass around that. I use that we call in France fleur de sel, flower of salt. Prenez-en un petit peu comme ça et puis goûtez sur votre langue. You just can take, or you want a spoon or whatever. Because it's a different way to salt your dish. It's little crust that you put at the end of your dish, of your meal, and it's crust in your mouth, ça croque dans votre bouche, et ça diffuse le sel comme ça partout dans votre bouche. Et c'est vraiment, vraiment, vraiment goûteux, et ça sale tout ce que vous allez manger vraiment harmonieusement. It's going to salt very with harmony everything you're going to eat after. Just you put that at the end, you're going to sleep, and it's fresh and salt your mouth, and after when you eat, it salt everything you're going to eat. So this one, it's come from Camargue, it's the south of France, where there is a black bull and horse and stuff like this. It's a march, like in New Brunswick. So as you can see, everything is made. C'est bien fondu, mélangé. Il est prêt là. On va le mettre dans le plat. We're going to put that in a J'en mets pas trop à la fois. Là, si on était à la maison, on aurait mis ça sur la neige. In the store, so we put that in the tree. Don't meet me and put a big mess in your fridge, girls. So because we're going to use the siphon, we need to have something very, very cut very small. After we're going to put in a strainer just before to put that. When you use that, always the strainer before, because if you put some chunks in, ça va boucher le trou, et puis là c'est a big mess. If anybody has some at home, whipping, yeah, you use it for just whipping cream. You can make some cocktail with that. You can make some potato puree with that, very smoothie potato puree. You can make instant infusion, des infusions instantanées avec ça. When you want to mix some vodka with blueberry, normally it takes 1 month to blueberry taste go in the vodka and each other. Here, just 2 of this, That's it. And you have a very concentrated, tasty yeah, infusion of blueberry and vodka, and with a little sparkling taste on your tongue, so it's not bad. Oh, you can buy that everywhere. Yeah, the best if you buy this, go on Easy, ISI website. You can find that on Amazon or send me a link and I give you the link. It's the best because there is some like this one. It was called back because the stainless steel was not very good, and when you put the gas in, there is too much pressure and this flies. And this with 2 or 6 bar in the bottle make a lot of damage on your face, or but if you want to kill someone, that's good. It's another demo. Now, yeah, go on Easy website, ISI, and it's the best one in the world. And you can find some thermo one, so you can put some sauce, hot sauce in, and after you put that, like mushroom cream, I did with that mushroom cream, very fluffy, very smoothy, and it's nice. But don't take too much. Il a risk gas. Ah, c'est du gaz hilarant, donc il y en a, ils se font des spiffs comme ça. Bon, c'est un autre cours. Je vais laisser tourner ça. Ça va faire du bruit. I'm going to let that run. It's going to make a lot of noise. But you can see and you can come there. I'm going just to prepare the fruit and make a big salad in a bowl. I want to try that this chocolate. Take one or two as you want, and try that. It's going to make a big difference between the chocolate you buy in the store, and you can buy that in the store. So when I work at Frederick store at Adorable Chocolat, there is people who come and say, I would like a chocolate with gluten-free chocolate. And we look together and say, gluten-free chocolate? That chocolate is gluten-free normally. And here you can find in store some chocolate with flour or lot of stuff. They have nothing to do with chocolate. This it's all pure chocolate. Valrhona and Calboberry and Weiss. Weiss it's a Swiss chocolate, but you can find that normally in Canada. But real chocolate with cocoa. That's it. That's it. Yeah, it's little pieces bigger like this, but if you want chocolate chip, you just put in your mixer and drop. But this, you can find that in bulk bound too. But it's more expensive than in Adorable Chocolat in Chile. And go there, Eastern, make some nice little things in chocolate. Go at the Jet Market, they are with Choco Cocaine. You make the truffle in the box and chocolate. You taste their chocolate, it's unbelievable. It's real chocolate. So I continue with the machine. I'm going to speak loud. So with the pitaya, it's very easy, like avocado, a spoon, and you go in like this, and you take all the float. Oh, you can come. Come with me. Take an apron.
This is dragon something?
Dragon fruit, yeah. So I'm going just to pass around, and you smell a little what is tasted. It's not, this one grow in the fridge, so it don't smell like real one in town, but it's not too bad. It's better you buy it little ripped, hein, un petit peu surmaturé, comme ça ils ont plus de parfum. Si vous l'achetez, if you buy one and you let for a few days or 1 week, just at the temperature of the room, and it gives more taste of that. So on va juste les ouvrir comme ça. Hello. And with a fork or with a spoon, just going to mash that. We're going to use orange. Always you wash your orange and you take a knife just to peel that, and you save the peel of your orange and you dry it. After, when it's very dry, you put in a mixer like this, and you can use that in your muffin, in your crepe dough or cake dough, or just to put on fish or chicken like this. It's cost, I think it's $50 a pound. And yeah, it's $50 a pound in some stores. So keep that and dry it. When you have enough, you put in a mixer, and that's it. It's make a kind of powder, and you put that in your cake, in your muffin, in your whatever, fish, whatever. And so I'm just going to peel the orange. Take the white part off. Because with lemon or orange, the white part, it's the most bitter part you have in the fruit. So, and you just cut in squares. And you put that with your fruit. That's okay, no question. I start again with you. French, English, yeah. So today we make panis. Panis, it's like French fries, but with chickpea flour. So we just melt that with water and olive oil and salt. We boil that as a polenta, you know polenta, and after we keep in the fridge until it's cold, and we're going to cut that in small pieces and saute that with olive oil. So she give you the olive oil we use for that. After we're going to make a kind of avocado, chocolate, and olive oil mousse with siphon. And now I work on a fruit salad with pitaya, dragon fruit, orange, raspberry, mango, and the Japanese pear and lemon. And because we are in the store, we sell olive oil and balsamic vinegar. We're going to put olive oil and balsamic vinegar in. Because that's the problem in cooking. A lot of people don't want to try because they think, yeah, olive oil, it's for salty dishes. L'huile d'olive, c'est que pour les plats salés. Non, l'huile d'olive, c'est pas marqué dessus. Quand on la presse, c'est pas marqué dessus, c'est que pour le salé. It's not only for salty dishes. So, and with chocolate, with raspberry, and jam. Last time we made some raspberry balsamic vinegar salad. The first time. Last time we make a kind of chocolate, chocolate and olive oil. Yeah, but that's the taste. You have to try. If it's not good, you can have some guests and you that. It's better than the garbage, but normally, if you use a good product, you have a good result. I work for a famous chef in France, and there are two ways to see a meal or a dish. You have first the product, second the product, and third the product. And that's why it makes a big difference between a restaurant in town or whatever and famous restaurant like Michelin stars or big restaurant. I don't know in Canada who is a famous chef in Canada, but with I know a friend, Little Louis. It's a good restaurant, and other restaurant in town. It makes a difference just because the product first. After, yeah, there is a chef who try something, but first the product. Yep. So the salad just need the pear. So I wash all my vegetables before. I don't have a sink here, but I wash it before. So this, it's not very tasty. It's just for the crunch to have a kind of different taste and different material in it. And as you can see, in a few minutes you make a salad with all the fruit you have in the fridge. And not a garbage salad, fruit salad, but just like this. Cooking, it's like this. You have something in the fridge, put everything together, good product. And now, this is the raspberry balsamic vinegar. So, you're going to vous allez en donner un petit peu aux gens qui sentent et qui le goûtent. Ouais. We're going to try that. So it's here, it's real balsamic. It's not with sugar, with caramel, with soya sauce, with wheat or whatever in. It's vinegar from a wine to stay in, comment on appelle ça, les fûts en wood, oak barrel like this, and it stays for a long time. There is a restaurant in Toscane, and they are very famous for their balsamic vinegar, and they serve you a part of an oak barrel like this, and they just grate that on your plate because it's just the barrel would take the whole flavor and it's very caramel, very tasty, and just like truffle or caviar or whatever, just a little on your plate and poof. And here you have real balsamic. And we're going to use the olive oil, just the same, just like a spice. This one, it's very tasty, very flavorful, and you just put like this, like a syrup. And when you make a dish, always you need a balance with your flavor. You have 5 flavor, 4 flavor. There is one, it's unami. It's made with glutamate, so chemical glutamate like glutamate of sodium or real glutamate from fruits or whatever. Acid, bitter, salt, and sugar. And you need your balance in your dish. Here we have a lot of sugar, balsamic vinegar, fruit, but we need some very acid taste just to kick your mouth. I like that term because it's kick your mouth, it's open your palate, and we're just going to put just a few. So when you have a lemon like this, you just roll it a little just to purse, because a lemon it's all a lot of bags in, and when you roll it, it's purse the bag, and after it's more easy to take the juice off. If you need more and you don't have a juicer or whatever, you take a fork or a knife and you purse just the bag like this, and now just a little because it's slim, so it's very strong, and you just mix like this. It's a dessert, but we need some salt and some crunchy salt on that. So I put some fleur de sel, flour of salt, and that's it. We are done. It's very small. Just you see this, it's maybe 5 milliliter. That's it. But of course, if you like, it's very crunchy, very. You put more. So I get the spoon. You come and you take some. I have small containers. I'm very lucky guy. I have some good girls who take care of me. So the chocolate and olive oil is melt. Now I'm going to put the avocado in. So avocado, it's like pitaya. When you have, so you see it's ripe avocado, not too ripe, huh? When it's black, 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 don't use that. But here, it's not too black. So for avocado, for the nut, when you want to take the nut out, you just go and pinch your knife in, not too strong, because there is your hand after. Just a little, like this. You turn, and you take the pin out. And when you want the pulp of the meat, la pulpe du fruit, you go with a spoon like this, and just turn in, and you have clean peel like this. So 100 grams of chocolate, 50 grams of olive oil, and 2 or 3 avocado. Don't be shy, I don't put poison in.
No, it's
I don't want to kill you.
The raspberry. Yeah. Great.
How much chocolate oil?
For here, 2 avocado, 100 grams of chocolate, 50 grams of olive oil. And the olive oil was Coratina from Australia. But the good part with a store like this, you come and you say, okay, I want to make a tacos. It's a Croatian dish. It's with tomato, with feta cheese, with old bread. What kind of oil I can use? And girls are very, 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 very performant on of that. Yeah, they know their product. If you go in a store and people know their product, they can give you a better advertise and better. Ça se rapprochera de ce que vous voulez vraiment aimer. Jeanne, est-ce que tu peux expliquer un petit peu justement les huiles d'olive, les différences entre chacune? C'est une grosse. C'est juste pour te laisser le temps de réfléchir à ce que tu allais dire.
So for those who have not too much experience in these are pure transfer oils. They never stay the same. So if there's one that you like, chances are next time you come in, it might not be here. Always follow these. So right now we're transitioning into the northern hemisphere ones. So basically it'll be Greece, Portugal, Spain, they're all coming in right now. We start off really, really light, and as you work your way up, it gets to more robust things. So there's 3 different things when you're looking at olive oil. There's the fruitiness, which is basically smell. So when you rub it in your hand and you heat it, basically the notes come out so you can smell what your olive oil will taste like. Then afterwards, you put it in your mouth, let it coat your tongue so that you really get the taste. That's the bitterness part. And basically, it's like biting into an or like a lemon. That feeling you get in your mouth, and then afterwards is the pungency. That's the last sensation you get in your throat. So it's like that throat catching, peppery kind of action. And basically, that's made from the polyphenols, which are the antioxidants in your oil. So if it does scratch in your throat, that's the healthy property of your olive oil. So basically, that's how we decipher salad dressings more light, because you want a nice fruity, light flavor in your salad. Because when you cook, you want to get that taste, so we go to a more robust. That's how we decide what oil we choose with what kind.
So you see, she knows our product. So here in my puree, it's. I think we don't need that. I don't want everybody to go and everywhere. So yeah, just to show you because maybe you don't have that at home. Here I put my my whipper in the machine, and I have my avocado, my chocolate melt, my olive oil. I put just a little bit of olive oil more because of the flavor, a little bit of fleur de sel, salt on that, and a little bit of lime just for the taste. I explained before, and I'm going to whip that. That's it. That's it. go. Just going to put everything together with a little more, and after it's for you. I promise. But just when you make a chocolate sauce, Jeanne? Allô?
Allô, excusez, je
Mais il ne faut pas vous excuser, c'est fait pour, allez-y, asseyez-vous. Donc ici, ils ont plusieurs huiles d'olive qui sont justement vraiment conçues pour le dessert. Et dans vos pâtes à tarte, vos pâtes à pizza, vos brownies, vos muffins, when you have some pie dough, brownie, muffin, pizza dough, bread dough, everything there is some butter, or I hope you don't use shortening, but butter or whatever, in, put some oil. It's better for you, anyway. But the butter is good. When it's not burned, it's good. But use some oil. Last time we did, you know the peanut brittle? Yeah, we did some sesame brittle with sesame oil, and it was not good. No. Okay. Yeah.
So we've got a recipe that calls for half a cup of butter, half a cup of olive oil.
If it's for pie dough or tart dough, maybe you put more in the fridge because the olive oil at the point of fridging higher than the butter. It's the same. Try with that. If you see it's more liquid, maybe add some flour or put less olive oil. But normally, in 99% of cases, not the same. And choose your olive oil. Don't buy one day. First time I came in Canada and I asked my chef some olive oil to make some dishes. And he bought that from a big company, I don't want to name that, because we are recording, so I don't want to have trouble. But the olive oil you give me was this color. I don't tell you the taste. It was crazy. It's come from California, and so that's why after I say, okay, I want some good olive oil. It's from Mediterranean Sea, like Spain, Greece, and Morocco, and whatever. And I was good with California olive oil and South Africa and whatever olive oil. Here, before Stephanie, let's go. Give me some Californian one, and I say, okay, I want to work for them. I need some money, whatever. I have some bill to pay, and whatever. And I start to put some in my pasta. When I cook my pasta, I always put olive oil. And I took some bread and just take a little container like this and start to dip, just like this, and waiting my pasta cook. And I did. And I put more olive oil and I did. more olive oil and I did. And I finished the whole bottle like this in a few minutes. It was so good, and that's why I'm. It's not because they pay me. Okay, they pay me, and I don't want the stuff, but it's very good olive oil. It's very tasty, as you can try. You try, and it's very tasty. It's very different than you can buy in some store. There is some good one, but there is some bad one too. And here, it's depending what you eat. There is some big chef make some macarons and put some olive oil in. It's changed a little. Why not? Yeah, it's less hard to roll, and you don't need to wait long time in the fridge to roll it before. And all the time I try that, never change the recipe, just the taste. And but with your muffin, instead of using like canola oils of a brand like Crisco, I don't want to to name, but no, here it's tasty. It's give you this orange. When you make chocolate muffin with orange, with chocolate and raspberry or whatever, put some olive oil. It gives you a fresh taste, like herbs taste in it. Unbelievable. Yeah. So I'm just do the mousse like this. So here, that's okay. You understand the recipe? Chocolate, that's it. Avocado, that's it. And olive oil, that's it. Little bit of salt, little bit of lemon juice, and that's it. That's why I make this job. I want to be a mechanic guy, but it was too complicated for me. I prefer to be a cook. So cooking, it's very easy. When you have, it's like music. When you have the bass, after you play, and I want to play and cook. I know it's not very easy to make some different dishes every day. And uh, yours? So you see, with this kind of mousse, when you cold that, you put that in the fridge for maybe one night or whatever. You can make a cake. It's going to have a texture like a brownie. And if there is some people, they are gluten free, egg free, lactose free, free. You can make some cake for them. So you can say if it's not good, you can tell me. That's okay. Yeah. So you see, cooking it's very easy. You can take more salad of pitaya if you want to put with the mousse. Go ahead. It's just pleasure. Cooking, just pleasure. And if you are like me, you put more olive oil on. Yeah. All my dessert, when I have my restaurant, my dessert, my meal, everything, I have different kind of oils, not all olive, but I have walnut, hazelnut. In France, we have some people and make some small production, but with very good, tasty product. And I work with farmer all the time. And at the end of my dish, I put just a spray of olive oil or hazelnut oil, very tasty, just to punch. Yeah, the balance. It's when you eat the dish and it's the first bouchée, I don't know the word, the first bite you eat. If there is a lot of flavor like ground pepper, flour of salt, olive oil, and lemon juice like this, it's open your palate and all the rest of the dish is good. Don't need glutamate of sodium or whatever. So, as I'm not a dietitian, we're going to finish by the salty dish. Yeah, dessert first.
I know.
So as you can see, it's cold, it's stay. Good night. Going to put that away. And the barn layout. And that you can use that for deep frying. When you deep fry something with olive oil, you can go very high in temperature. It's a high level of fusion. I don't recommend you to go too high because after it cut the flavor, it's cut the nutritious good stuff in. But when you have to fry like panis or crepe, next week we're going to make some crepe with chickpeas flour. It's called soca. It's come from Nice, in the south of France. So it's just a crepe. Instead of wheat flour, we put some chickpeas flour, and after you eat that, and you dip in good olive oil, and that's it. Any question? In French, in English, in Chinese, in Arabic, whatever. So that with the panis, you can keep that normally one night in the fridge. It's have to be very dry, and it's better after to cook. But if you do that and you cut that, and after you freeze that one by one, and after you put in a bag, when you have some people, they come and don't ask before, you can fry that in 2 minutes, and that's very good. Here we do that the simple way we can. Just water, olive oil, and chickpeas flour. But after put some herbs, put some spice, put some everything you want. in. It's just a base. And after you can do that with camouflower, you can do that with oh, I have an Acadian friend. He showed me the way to make the ploy from the from Grand Saut and whatever. It's the same with the yellow buckwheat you use for the ploy. Use that. Allez-y, vous voulez pas goûter un petit peu de la salade là?
Non.
Non, c'était pas bon. Ok. Merci. Bonne soirée. Yeah. After it just the base. Play. When you say I cannot do the panis because I don't have chickpeas flour, yeah, open your cupboard and what kind of flour you have. Kamut, okay, go ahead. It's the same. Maybe not the same. You have to put more water or whatever, but you see, if you have good result, that's it. So it's little too soft, maybe to fry it. I should make some at home before. It would be better if we put that on the snow. But we're going to try. So it's not hot enough. Go ahead, here is more salad. You want more mousse? Chocolate mousse? Finish the pot and clean that. That's the problem after. When I start to clean everything, the girls are in the back and eat everything. You are sure olive oil is good? We're not going to take some weight? No, that's good. And good chocolate is the same than olive oil. You don't take too much pound because you eat good chocolate. With bad chocolate, yeah, but with good chocolate, no trouble.
And what percent of chocolate is that?
There is this one. It's 58% of cocoa in. But in Adorable Chocolat, you have until I think 64 and maybe 70% of cocoa in. But it makes a big difference. Alors 100 mg de chocolat, 100, ouais, 100 grammes, 100 grammes, pas des milligrammes. Les milligrammes c'est trop petit, on ne fait pas. Et 50 grammes d'huile d'olive et 2 avocats. 2 avocats moyens. C'est comme pour votre mariage, faites toujours attention quand vous choisissez votre avocat. So just try like this. So you're going to see if you do the panis at home and you let it for one night in the fridge, it's going to be very strong, and after you can fry it very well. Here it starts to go everywhere because it's not cold enough. Next time, yeah, sure, I put in the snow, but but you're going to see just the taste. I love the taste of chickpeas flour. You can put that in your bread. It's less gluten-free for sure. So when you want to make some pancakes, or you can use that as sweet dishes. Make your pancake with chickpeas flour. Give you a taste. Yeah. The only problem with that, there is no gluten here, but there is a little bit of amidon, so it's helped to make a kind of elasticity in your dough or whatever. And if you don't have enough, you can put some cornstarch or potato starch to help that. But it's the same. When you want to make some gluten-free stuff, you have to balance. If it's like buckwheat, there is no gluten, no elastic stuff in, so you have to put some starch in. But here with chickpeas, if you just whip that, after a while you're going to see a kind of elasticity in, so that's okay. Smells not too bad. It's the olive oil. The difference, it's olive oil. That's it. No, for sure. It's make all the difference in that. Just a few minutes. Yeah, it's my second home. That's okay. I'm leave behind. I'm just going to fry in a smaller pan. So any question? What do you want? No? No? Let me know.
Would you recommend other flavors of oil for the chocolate mousse?
Le sesame seed with chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Roasted almond, it's the same, it's very good. You have walnut, now the walnut you don't have permanent. Walnut and chocolate with balsamic, very good. And here, uh, yeah, until it's fried. I'm just made this bit of the grocery store, but you have this kind of spice. It's come from Petit in Montreal, and it's typical. They are very nice. They have a knowledge about spice and olive oil, and these spices are very, very good, very tasty. Um, yeah, this one we use that last week with we did a mayo without eggs, just with potato, garlic, and olive. And we did a mayo and we put some spice, garlic, chicken, and yeah, take that. So, so you can keep everything in I just give you a bit. We have got some yeah, keep down. It's really messed up, from messed up like yeah, so, but like this one and with chocolate, spice and chocolate, very good. In Biarritz, I don't know if you know France, Britain, but Biarritz is Biarritz and Bayonne. Bayonne is a town near to Spain, under the Bordeaux, near to Spain, and it was the first harbor of the chocolate business in Costa, and they make that kind of pimiento paper, not too strong, between soft and strong. They put that in chocolate. And this, I have to see this, I need to have the license alcohol. And last time I make a catalog with where is we did a catalog with that, with Karamata. And I say to everybody, save the juice. So, you know where it's going, when you drink always dry martini, and you can make two dry martini. One with the oil, and one with the juice of the olive. And make deep dry martini. And I hope one day we have to do the license, but I hope one day we do some cocktail for the world. So as you can see, there is here in a small place a very different kind of product, very different tests. Here you have the gourmet like black broccoli or white. It gives you a taste of mushroom in your dish. You don't need a whole bottle. Just when you have a good product, it's like the spice. You don't need to have a big box of spice like this to make a curry. Just like this, that's okay. Because you have good spice ground at the moment, and it makes the difference. So, yeah, it's not cold enough, but you're going to have the taste.
So how long would it go?
Normally, it's make very square fries like this when it's very cold. Come. One night you are sure that's okay.
Okay.
I'm going. Yeah, we don't have a plate, but this was the plate in medieval time. Medieval, when you see the king and kingdom and whatever, it was a plate. They serve you that, and they put some beans or whatever on, and it was your plate. So tonight it will be your plate too. So just to let you know, with olive oil, since now 2 weeks, we make some raspberry with olive oil and balsamic. We made some chocolate cake with olive oil. We made some tacos, and I'm sure you love the tacos. Tacos is just tomato bread. Yeah, it's better than the Kraft dinner. Huh?
Oh, no. No craft dinner in my house.
Good girl. Yeah. So I just put a little bit of lemon. Little bit. You can put some onion, fried onion, on, just for the taste. I love that. And that's it. Yeah. Okay. So after you can use that if you have no time, you can use that as a puree. Instead of mashed potato, you don't put in the fridge as I do. You just mix your chickpea flour with water or chicken bouillon or veggie bouillon and mix with olive oil and chili flour and whatever. You just make it puree like this, like mashed potato, like this chickpea. It's very easy to do, very cheap. After, if you start with the puree, you can make a mioche, you can make gratin shepherd pie, le pâté chinois. Faites-le avec des chickpeas, de la farine de chickpeas. C'est juste une base. Après, c'est une purée. It's just like a puree, like mashed potato, and you can use that at shepherd pie, at yeah. Oh yeah, chicken or vegetable or everything you want in just the base. That's it. So after, don't be shy. Put more olive oil. Olive oil is very good for health. You know that? I organize cooking trips in France and in Greece too, and in Crete. And I was in Crete last summer, and there they eat and drink 35 liters of olive oil every year per person. Here in Canada, it's 2 or 5 liters. I think it's more 2 than 5. But there it's lemon juice, olive oil, and herbs. They still use wild herbs in their meal. and it's the best diet in the world. There is a less heart attack, there is a less problem of diabetes and whatever. So drink and use olive oil. For myself, I drink and not drink, not like this with a bottle, but I use 3 or 5 liters a month olive oil. And you see, I'm not too fat. But no, that's good grease. Like chocolate. Chocolate, if you use good chocolate, you don't have problem of taking weight or whatever. Because it's with cocoa, the cocoa butter, it's a good grease. Your system can digest very well. But if you start to have some flour in, some bad stuff in, you're going to take some weight and sugar and whatever. In cocoa, normally you don't have everything of that. So go ahead, drink some olive oil, and you can use that in cocktail too. When you make some martini or when you make some cocktail, use some olive oil. There is some gastronomic dietitian restaurant in France. They use olive oil and they use oil because it's better for your digest system. But every meal you do, you have to take 5% of the weight of your meal in grease to have the good flavor and stuff like this and the nutrients you need. So, but use good grease. That's it. So you want more recipe? You have all the night? I don't think the girl wants, but yeah, if you want more, if you want to try that as a puree, go ahead. There is some bread. There is. Don't be shy. If you want more info, let me know. Good.
Pas de live, si tu veux arrêter, tu peux dire.
Messieurs, dames, bonne fin de soirée. J'espère que ce live en direct de Liquid Gold à Moncton vous a plu. Et puis à la semaine prochaine pour un prochain. Merci.
L'omelette française.
Ouais.